Hi, everybody.
Well, that was kind of bland.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. That's better.
All right, I'm done.
Well, you hadn't yawned yet. It's kind of bland. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome to the wonderful world.
Londa said muggy and dreary. It's kind of like that in our living room.
You bring the damper and I bring the dreary.
All right, let's see who I missed here. Okay, got a question here, and it's not a bad one. It makes sense. Why are the animals let out after the pastures were fenced? This is a new thing for me. Well, Margie, that's a good question, but it's the fact that we're still under a drought.
Hey, Cowboy Short.
So the pasture that we have fenced in for them is pretty bare, and in order to cut back on hay usage just a little bit, we've got another 15 acres of pasture that's not fenced in, so why not let them out to get to it? So that's why they're out roaming around some. Zoe let them out before church this morning and went back and put them up afterwards, and there's no reason to not let them out to eat it a little bit. So I hope that answers your question.
Right, we have paddocks inside the 40 acres.
There's Miss Lori.
Right? So we have them have individual pens inside of the wide open space. But, you know, like any other place, if you leave animals on it and it don't rain, the grass don't grow and they just wear it down. So while we're there, when we can watch them, we let them out, let them graze on the wide open area before we put them up for the night.
Right. Why do we look so weird?
I wonder if, hold on, don't.
You've got the light in a different place every time we come on.
Well, I didn't set it up, so it does look.
It looks weird. But anyway.
I had to clean the camera. Hey, the law.
So I hope that answered the question and makes sense a little bit.
Yeah.
Sherry from Crossville. I don't know that I remember that one. So, I know where Crossville is, but I don't know if I've seen that.
It's kind of like having a pen.
Wait a minute. What did she just say?
They're saying it's fuzzy.
Well, it doesn't look fuzzy on either one of these. The light just looked weird. To me. Oh, no. Lori said, do we really want to ask her why we look weird? No, I don't.
We're just two weirdos making it together in the world.
I don't. Lynn's was foggy, Meg said. And that could have been it.
I'm sure it was.
Lorraine said it looks fine to her.
Yeah,
if we're clear all the way in Tasmania, we ought to be clear.
They said it looks better. I cleaned the camera. But what I was going to say was it's kind of the same idea as you've got a pen for your dog. And every once in a while, you let that dog out of that pen while you're there supervising and let them explore outside of it, and then you put them back. It just helps them to have some fresh grazing area.
Lisa's starting on me early. Love to see Cinco jumping and playing. Excuse me, I forgot the bull's name. He's Ferdinand. Ferdinand the bull. But she said, Nick, you look weird. Zoe looks beautiful. And D. Reed said it looks weird because you are weird.
Hello.
Rayanne, did you hear about Caleb from Hidden Heights? We did. Had a football injury.
Yeah, friends with Rachel on Facebook, and I saw where they had posted it that same day about his football injury and how scary it was.
We know.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, their title was really close to ours. Phone call parent doesn't ever want to get. So,
right.
That caught my attention, and I saw where they apparently flew him. I haven't watched the video yet, but then Brandon and Stephanie leave at about 4 a.m. in the morning for her surgery.
Oh.
Stephanie's having surgery tomorrow, so lots of prayers that need to go around.
Lots of sports injuries. Stephanie's wasn't like a true sport, but she was playing a sport.
It was a sport. She was just playing sports with the kids.
That's right.
Hey, Tina.
Hey, Susie.
At least the title wasn't clickbait. No, it was real. I haven't gotten to watch the video yet, but what I'm doing, and I need to, there's Catherine. I've got to get Lori's live schedule. I think it's Mondays, but it's kind of early. But I need, Lori, tell me what time your live is. I am setting alarms in my phones for lives because I am missing so many. I was at work yesterday morning and missed Cog Hills, which we're moderators for. So I try to get on there and I missed that one. And it's gotten earlier because it gets dark. Well, just tell me what time, Lori, so I won't be that no-show Nick you refer to me as. But I've been missing everybody's stuff. These hours have me thrown off. But now that football season's over, I'm trying to catch some. I'm getting a lot of people that's just popping up as Facebook user. One was Arkansas, then it says Oxford, Florida.
Well, we see your comments, we just can't see.
And then one said, hey, Nick and Zoe, but all it says is Facebook user. Yeah. It's not telling me names. Catherine says she stayed awake for us.
She's had a busy weekend.
Lori, I got the Mondays part. That part I remembered. I just can't remember the time. I know we were usually still working at the farm.
Portland, Oregon. All right. Well, Nick, I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow or not. If so, 6.
Well, I'm going to start setting reminders in my phone.
Well, our little low farmerette. We just thought sports was done.
I don't understand why it's so early.
I guess they're going to go ahead and start working them.
Whatever. Anyway,
well, yeah, little low farmerette has baseball tryouts tomorrow. He's going to try out for a special little team. They're both going to play baseball, but this is just it's a team you have to be selected for. It's kind of an elite team, I guess. And so we're going to let him try and see if he can get on that little team and learn some fundamentals. It's time to start setting some grounds on baseball. So here we are, 2 weeks out of football, and Farmer Rhett's got a baseball tryout tomorrow.
Already got a baseball tryout.
But you know, baseball starts in February. I thought it's always started in March, but they start in February this year.
It's always got started about February. Opening day is usually in March.
Oh. Well, it is.
Loved your buttermilk pie recipe.
All right.
That was Zoe's first time with buttermilk pies. Usually I make those, and she tried her hand at it, and it turned out pretty good.
Tanya said they need to come over to the Tube of Views.
Did you hear about the creepy guy who was stalking Brandon's family? Asking everyone where Brandon's family lived. You know, Brandon talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Maybe a week ago. However long it was.
Live,
and then he actually had the video of it. No offense, Nick. I love busting on you. I do not take offense to that stuff.
He likes it.
I promise you. I get a kick out of it. That does not bother me.
Yeah, they're saying, I think people are saying Broken Jason and Lester have the Facebook user thing come up.
Maybe.
Might just be a Facebook thing.
I know. I think it was last Tuesday. He couldn't see any of his comments. They weren't updating. And I texted him and said they're still doing okay. But Loma was licking the screen with your pie.
It was really good. We still got some in there. A whole nother one.
You were worth staying awake for. Okay, Zoe is.
Thanks.
Well, I guarantee you Zoe would not stay awake for you. She don't stay awake for nobody.
Yes, I do. I still have I am in the process of making a red velvet cake. And I am not doing it on video because I tell you, in true Zoe fashion, third time's a charm.
Facebook user, still not a name, says it looks different on my end.
So my red velvet cake, I followed one recipe. I couldn't find mine that I've used before. I tried a recipe and I was like, this looks like it's pretty close. So I tried it and it looked like a brownie. And we're not talking a little cake. We're talking
a big sheet cake.
19 by 13 by 19. Big one. And so I did it again. And it come out and it looked like light colored chocolate pudding. But it was cooked. The cake looks great. It tastes great. It just was not red. And I put red in it.
Yeah, but what red did you put in it, Zoe?
I went to the store because I've used all my ingredients to get more ingredients because these people are expecting a red velvet cake. And as I'm looking at the dyes, I realized that I have put decorating gel instead of food dye in my cake mix, which resulted in it not being red.
When Zoe texted me and said, what did you say? I'm almost in tears or something like that. She said, my cake is not turning out red. And I said, Zoe, are you using the right food coloring? And she said, it calls for gel.
Red gel.
And that's what I used. And I said, well, maybe you did not use one that's made for temperature. Maybe it's not made for baking. And she just huffed out. If you can huff on a text, you can tell when Zoe's huffing on a text. She said, maybe, and just cut me off. And when she went back to the store, she sent me a picture of what she had, and she had used the red that you decorate the top of it with. That stuff's not made for cooking. But now she has a bright red cake, like the color of my shirt red.
Yes, it's a red velvet cake. It's a little deeper.
Lisa said Duncan Hines is the red velvet I made.
So I had to make 2 of those 13 by 9 or whatever it is, 13 by 19s or however big it is.
I don't know what size sheet that is. It's a big one.
And stacked those and got it crumb coated. And when we get done, it's time to do some decorating.
Linda said that would do it, Zoe.
Yeah. Because
Rain said just shut your eyes and eat.
I know. If only.
The problem is that she's making it for a Veterans Day cake. So it has to have red cake, white icing with blue writing.
Blue writing?
I told you that part. It's in the text.
Oh, no. I forgot.
You don't have the stuff to write.
I bought red.
The cake's red.
I bought red icing for the top, like
it
writing
is plain
icing.
as day in your text. Blue writing.
I was tired by the time I was going for third
Well,
stuff.
if you could manage to stay awake for 30 minutes at a time, you would have remembered that it was blue writing.
Oh, man.
Can you add blueberries? No, we don't have any blueberries.
Oh, man. I'm just going to have to go back to Walmart's. I bought icing for writing.
Yeah, but you didn't get blue.
No.
That's what they asked for. That's what was ordered.
I just didn't think.
I'm glad I just told them what they ordered. I am so
glad because you would have been like, no, that's wrong.
I'm glad I told them what these people ordered since you didn't read it.
I read it. I just forgot because that's my trial of the day.
Well, I'll just say we need about 60 more of y'all to smack that like button. There's Jones Christie. Speaking of Jones Christie, Lori just asked a few minutes ago if we were ready for Okie Homesteading Expo.
We are.
It is 132 days to the Expo. I got that from Gary and Cassie's live a little bit ago.
Oh.
It's
So
100.
Mr. Ed said that.
Yeah, Mr. Ed always keeps up with the count. It's 132 days to the Expo because it's 122 days before they leave for Washington, D.C. I got all my numbers listening to the live.
122, so they're going the week before the Expo? And are they going to be at the Expo?
Yep. What is the date for the Okie?
March.
It's around the 22nd, I think, Catherine.
It's the 22nd through the 24th. Man, I got to go back to Walmart. Is buttermilk pie like
Not if
custard
you paid
pie?
attention the first time.
I was frazzled. Lori said you got all your numbers, but you can't remember my live stream.
Because it keeps moving.
It's gonna be the
Lori, what's the date?
20th through the 22nd.
Yeah. 20th through the 22nd. Could you make homemade blue icing? No, because you don't have any blue food color.
I don't typically dye anything colors. I usually use chocolate or vanilla.
She said, no, I doesn't keep up.
Lisa Peck said, is buttermilk pie like custard pie? I've never heard of buttermilk pie. Find buttermilk yucky.
It is very similar to what you would think about a custard pie, and a more common name for it is chess pie. The weird thing when you look up a chess pie recipe is they tend to call for cornmeal, and I can't get over that. She said the 21st through the 23rd. The 23rd is on Sunday.
Well, that would be 21st would. Yeah, that's right. We always go in on Thursday. It starts on Friday.
Oh, does it? So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No.
It's just 2 days.
It's Friday and Saturday.
It's Friday and Saturday.
So
the 21st and 22nd.
Come back on Friday.
Okay.
I mean Sunday.
That's what. Okay. Londa buys tons of food coloring, but she uses it for dyeing alpaca fiber.
Oh, that's cool. Jacob, it was not on the list because I just remembered that it was blue because Nick reminded me just now.
Is that Junod Acres Homestead? I may not be pronouncing that right. They are looking forward to attending their first Okie Homesteading
Expo. For a
Expo.
treat because it's getting better and better every year.
Echo Lib makes a mean chess pie. It's going to be very similar
Must
to
be
buttermilk.
Flint and Sam because Tina just said hey to Flint and Sam.
I guess so. I'll have to look that up. I want to make sure that I wasn't saying it wrong.
Christy said her cousin called it chest pie or Dolly Parton pie. That would be something.
Supposed to be chest with 2 S's. Not that kind of chest.
Chesticles.
Zoe.
What? Are you going to be embarrassed now?
That's a slang term that you're not supposed to use.
Yay, Junod. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I don't know if it's
Juno.
Well, it ain't Junod.
Look at us. Oh, man.
Did you watch Lori's video, Nick? Her butt was loving on her hired help.
Never laughed so much in my life. We're going to watch
Lorraine, I have not watched anybody's videos. It is ridiculous how far behind I am.
Oh.
I see stuff from title pages, and that's about it.
They bought Missy and May. I watched that one.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. They had a big fancy stock trailer.
Yes. Missy and May.
I don't remember the name of your farm, but I remember your stock trailer. Ain't that weird?
So that's a man thing.
I didn't remember the name of the farm, but I remembered the stock trailer. I was thinking, boy, that's a nice trailer.
They said they're great. We should check them out. Well, we will. We're going to do that because
I have
like our kind of
all kinds of friends that I am not watching right now, and I need to be.
Well,
and I can add one more to the list when I start getting caught up. So I will do that. Lola says they have camels. I think I remember them talking about that when they were at Cassie's. about the fact they had camels. You know, we're not getting no camels.
And you won't let me have one. That's why I had a hole in the top, or they were going to put a hole in the top of the thing.
Nobody said anything about putting a hole in the top.
That's how you transport a camel.
That's because we're not transporting a camel.
They have one in theirs, I believe, because they transport a camel.
Oh, I don't know about all that. You gotta ask.
I need a sloth. I do need a sloth.
I already told you I got one. She's 15 years old.
Look, that head popped up.
I have a sloth.
Or a capybara.
I don't even remember what that thing was.
Our last video is about when camels attack. I bet it's good.
I'm gonna have to watch that. The only time you got attacked by a camel, you just got slimed.
That was a lot.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of a rescue sanctuary kind of thing. There's a camel right across the street from where one of my friends lives. There's a sanctuary rescue kind of farm over there. And their camel slimed Zoe. Mac is awesome. No sloth. She works and I'm proud of her. That is called fancy editing.
No, it's not. You better hush.
Only her spot is sped up. Are you drinking rum and Coke? I am drinking regular Coke Zero. I just drink it out of a funny little glass that people make fun of, but that's what I choose. Don't ask me why I like that glass. I just do.
Lori says she thinks people milk camels.
What?
I wonder if their testicles are big or
Zoe, stop using that term. God, what's the matter with you?
I wonder if theirs are big or little. Like, are they like a goat and it goes bloop? Or are they like a dog and it's just kind of little? And how would you milk them?
Londa said you need to watch all of ours. You can get caught up in about an hour. We make short videos.
I wonder if you milk them like this.
What?
A camel.
Why would you worry about it?
Lori said you milk them.
Oh, I missed where Lori said you milk camels.
Should I say gonads or what?
No, that's not the same thing.
I don't want to milk you.
No. You're misunderstanding what she's saying. She's using a slang term for
testicles.
God.
You can milk anything with testicles.
Nipples, Zoe.
You said nipples.
What's wrong with that?
And I can't say testicles?
Because that's not even a term. That's like shop guys call them.
God.
That's what guys in the shop call them.
Stop being so testy about the balls talking.
That's not got anything to do with balls.
What in the world is going on?
Yes, I realize, Catherine, that gonads is a real medical term. But that's gonads. Not the same as... They don't produce milk. How about that?
How about them Braves?
You started this.
Londa had camel milk chocolate.
What?
At an international camelid symposium in Houston. There's a camel dairy in Dubai. Have you seen that Dubai chocolate?
Incredible milk chocolate. Wow. No, Lori, that is not what we're talking about.
Echo Lib said, how many more days do you have to work long hours?
Till the middle of December at least.
Whatever.
So another month. And it's starting to wear on. I am way too old for this crap.
Another 8 years, 7 months, 14 days, 17 hours, 12 minutes, and
Lori said, or maybe Zoe is confused. Catherine's not sure what we're talking about. Y'all.
They milk camels to make cheese in the desert.
She is talking about milking. That is not in the same area y'all are talking about.
I have another
Y'all
question.
are talking about where it's castrated.
Excuse me.
What?
Lorraine has sensitive ears covered.
I'm trying to change what all you have said.
I have a question.
I do like how Zoe can take us off into weird tangents. Zoe takes you off into weird all kind of stuff. But
I have a question.
what?
If a camel is in the desert, and the
I
desert...
don't know anything about camels.
Shh. A camel's in the desert. The desert is dry. It takes water to produce milk. How do you milk a camel if it has no water?
It's powdered milk.
So they just eat dirt?
I don't know, Zoe. Lori said they store it in the hump. Debbie said let's switch to buttermilk pie and red velvet. Let's do that. Zoe is taking us in a weird direction.
That's really weird.
See, everybody says in the hump. So I guess when they do get water, Zoe, it's not a tank.
It's like a stomach and it sloshes.
Maybe they just refill whenever they do get some water. They just refill it like a big canteen.
If it deflates.
It's a big canteen.
I wonder if it deflates. When your belly gets empty, it deflates.
No.
It's like a balloon.
They still have their hump. Told you maybe it's like a tank. It's just either full or empty.
The water is in the hump.
I really got lost in that. I thought I knew definitions, but maybe not. No, it's a simple conversation with Zoe. That's what happens.
Look good. I want to make it soon. Okay, so
not true about the hump. Now this is coming from people that have a camel.
Okay.
Not true about the hump. Their hump is equivalent to our beer belly.
That's what I thought. It's like a fat hump, like
But other people, they keep saying water's in the hump, and I think people have been misled.
They don't have camels. It's like a beer belly.
Judy, I'm not even repeating that. So I need Juno Homestead to tell me or to answer your question. Juno Acres needs to tell, because they have camels. You need to tell Zoe what they do. Catherine says she votes.
They have extra large vascular systems to store extra water.
There you go.
I don't know what that means. I can't go to Google.
So, do you know what your vascular system is?
No.
That's your veins.
So they have fat veins?
It doesn't say fat. It says extra large. It's where they store water.
I'm extra large and I'm nice and fat. No, I'm being serious. Like, would it mean like their veins are really thick?
Go back to the cakes and pies.
So is there... Mr. Jim milked a squirrel once. Y'all. He wins.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever milked is a cow.
Lori said, are you talking about Peanut the squirrel?
Yeah, somebody said the squirrel died.
I thought the squirrel already died.
That was the...
Somebody told me on the last live the squirrel had died.
Oh, Peanut the squirrel.
Well, I thought that's what they said.
Well, there was... Peanut had a friend. You can come to our place and milk our camel Poppy.
This conversation is a bit humpy. I want to know.
That would be so cool.
Yep, I was trying to change the subject. Me too, Debbie.
We might have to plan that.
Zoe just continues on and she makes it worse and worse.
No, I find it really interesting.
Yeah, but you don't know basic words.
I know words.
Yeah, but you don't know what they mean. You know the words.
There's Peanut the squirrel and a raccoon.
Now they're both gone. So are they saying the other night when they were telling me that the squirrel was still alive, just the raccoon was gone? Maybe.
Maybe. I think
Not
Ferdinand.
that I know anything, but this is out of Google for Camel Retention.
Mr. Jim didn't really milk a squirrel. There's only one teat on him, and I doubt if you got any milk.
Now they're back to where Lori and them was trying to take it. Lori and Catherine was trying to go to the milk in that area.
Peanut was
euthanized.
Camels can store large amounts of water in their bloodstream, up to 75 liters. That's a lot, I think, without increasing their blood pressure.
There you go. Does that answer your question? So when they do get access to water, they store it up in their bloodstream.
That's what I'm saying. Their veins must be really big.
Lori said, no, we must be talking about different squirrels. Google Peanut the squirrel. But somebody was saying they were confiscated and euthanized. I have no idea which is the truth because I have not followed that. I haven't followed anything.
The shape
I'm
of
lost.
their red blood cells allows them to store without diluting their blood. Did you just read that? Oh. Well, that's really neat. We're going to have to plan to go see when we go in March. That would be so cool. I bet Rhett would like that. He's not ever seen a camel up close. He's seen a giraffe, but not a camel.
He wasn't with us that day over there, was he?
It's just you and me.
I'm exhausted from having this conversation with you.
What else would you like to talk about? Oh, somebody said something about Ferdinand missing Tater. Do you think Ferdinand misses Tater?
I don't know. He might. I think he was just being Ferdinand. Because every once in a while, Ferdinand will sound off like that even when Tater was there.
Yeah. He did that when I didn't feed him fast enough.
Yeah. He's like screaming at you to put food in his trough. But
I let them out, and he didn't want to come out. He just started hollering at me.
Yeah.
Like, shut that guy. Shut that guy. Shut that guy. And then he came out and he was good. Hey, Mr. Ed. I'm
just going to listen and drink my Lipton Georgia peach tea and not get in this conversation. Dane, I don't blame you. If I wasn't on here, I wouldn't get in it either. Did you answer me? How old are you? Lisa, I did not see that question, but I just turned 47 in October. So this guy had a famous squirrel on TikTok, and someone reported that it might have rabies. Is that how that happened?
Can Ferdinandcinko have children? Yes.
I'm assuming. Now, well, I don't know. With Ferdinand being a micro, that's iffy.
Yes, I'm not sure if he can.
We don't know if he can or not. We haven't had him tested.
But Cinko for sure can.
Cinko absolutely can if we got a bull with it.
Right. But as far as we know, Ferdinand can. Like, he hasn't been fixed. So, I mean.
He is intact. Yes. Is there a truck with a flat tire outside or no?
No.
No.
Not today.
Not tonight. Sorry to derail y'all with a bunch of camel talk. Do you know, Acres, I appreciate it because it was getting me off the subject that Zoe was trying to keep us on. Because Zoe kept using slang terms for female anatomy, and I was trying to change that.
Like chesticles?
Yeah. Yeah. Zoe, quit bringing it up. All right, quit saying it. You'll just back YouTube, Jay.
Use the gonads.
Why do we keep freezing? That's a scientific medical term. Why do we keep freezing?
So when are y'all throwing a birthday party for Hoss?
Now we're skipping, so I'm just gonna sit here. Look, that's crap. I hate AT&T.
It's ours though. Yours might not be. The dog.
Whatever you're doing, stop.
The dog knocked it down.
I don't care. I hate AT&T. I despise AT&T. Golly. Peanut was euthanized because he bit one of the people. Law against having it. Now, what'd you say about throwing a birthday party for Hoss?
Mr. Jim said, when are you throwing a birthday party for Hoss?
You're skipping, but you sound fine. Debbie, what she is saying is not male anatomy. That's why everybody was getting confused. The term that she's using is female anatomy.
Oh, I'm not saying the T word.
No, you're not. But that's what they're hearing.
Oh.
That's why everybody was confused talking about gonads and everything else, and that's not what you were saying.
Said chesticles. Which is the things on the chest.
What did Lisa ask me if I had in this Coke? I need some of it. Teresa said you make her smile. Funny you can't have squirrels as pets, yet you can have our native animals without a license.
And I said it again.
Yes, Catherine, she has said it many, many times because she won't stop. She wants us in YouTube jail. That's not what Lori heard. I told you that's not what they were hearing. That's why
I said it clearly.
No, you would not let me clarify. When they were talking about a totally different part of the body, I was trying to clarify it, and you kept talking about something. Who knows what? So, no, it never got classified. Bless their hearts, they didn't know what you were talking about. They even had you milking them.
Well, you wouldn't milk them.
No, you wouldn't.
Chesticles, you would milk.
No, I'm talking about where they had you.
Oh.
That's why she said that Poppy only has one teat and you're not going to get milk out of it. You know
what?
You just got it, didn't you?
No.
It's like milking a bull.
Oh.
It's not going to happen.
I was just thinking about a shirt.
Lorraine knew what you were saying. You know yes, what? Anita, that's what she means. Absolutely. That is what she means. I was just trying to keep it PG. What?
I can't say it.
Thank you. At least you have some
just
filter.
Cover your ears. Pucking around with chesticles. Okay.
They could see how Rhett and Jet Juno could be good friends.
Oh, goodness. We're going to have to check that out.
They got a feral one, too.
I think the word you were saying is a term used by guys talking about girls with big ones.
Yes, Catherine. That is exactly the word she is using.
If Tony participate in the annual camel testicle fry.
Well, I absolutely do not want to participate in that. I will stand by somewhere.
Debbie did not like my shirt idea.
But I will not participate in the frying of that area. Catherine, if Tony had been awake, he would have been able to explain what Zoe was saying because he, too, knows that word.
Oh, goodness.
There's a kangaroo running loose up the road from Wanda. It escaped from its owner and is out running the roads. If it shows up there, she's keeping it.
Yeah.
Did you read about all the monkeys that escaped in South Carolina?
Uh-huh.
They put out a news release trying to convince people that those monkeys had not been exposed to anything. They escaped from a medical research facility. Well, they haven't been exposed to anything. They don't have anything. If that's not government speak, I don't know what is.
They said that they were coming of age to be able to be used.
That's government PR garbage if I had ever heard it. Debbie would rather participate in throwing cowboys.
Oh, goodness.
We won't make you fry them. We will just have you be a taste test judge. No, that's what I meant, not partaking in.
He will be there.
I do not choose to partake in any of the eating of that anatomy.
As long as it's after Christmas, I'll have him there.
We'll go, but I'm not eating nothing.
You will be the honorary judge.
No.
Yes.
No, because you have to taste it to judge it, and I'm not doing it.
Get the first bite of all of
That's
them.
not happening.
I will have him there.
Loma said they have not caught them yet.
Oh, goodness.
Zoe, you could go to South Carolina and catch you a monkey.
Oh, well. I didn't know why they
Lori said they were harmless. They warned everyone to secure their windows and doors. It's because they'll rip your face off.
Well, I just wonder if they've never, oh, goodness. If they've never been exposed to anything, how do they know how to open windows?
Zoe, they have been exposed to stuff.
How do they know to open windows?
Because they're monkeys. They're not stupid.
But you got to teach them something.
No. They would already. Did you have to teach Rhett how to open cabinets and stuff? No. Well, he was a monkey. They've watched you open cabinets and stuff while they're in their cages, I'm sure. I'm certain of it. But I'm not buying that they're not exposed enough.
So we always have special dishes that have raw, uncooked, kind of like sushi. Wow.
Well, Donna said they taste like chicken. They don't find if everything tastes like chicken, just eat chicken. Quit eating stuff that tastes like chicken. Just eat chicken. They caught one, Tanya said. There's 42 left.
Golly. They were long gone by now.
Everybody thinks they're exposed to a pandemic and they turn them loose. Yeah, because we
ain't going to talk about.
Nope, not getting into that. Nick, isn't there an old movie about a monkey that was contaminated?
Yeah, wasn't it like King Kong or something like that?
Maybe. Outbreak.
Yeah.
That's what she says. Government wants another pandemic. Guarantee you they've been exposed to something. I say, I believe all that. My wife, Sam, says you can fry a stick and it will taste good. You know what? I can't really argue with that all that much, but I don't want to know that they're fried. Was it Dutch and Kevin that were at the restaurant in Oklahoma City before the other expo eating lamb fries?
That would be good.
I don't want that part of that.
I would try it.
No. And Cody does that.
Yeah.
When they go through their castrating time with the sheep, Cody does lamb fries.
LaDonna threw me under the bus.
What did LaDonna do? Zoe fried a plastic stick. She certainly did.
We haven't had corn dogs since.
She hasn't. So, Nick, does that mean you're going to try mountain oysters? No, it absolutely does not.
Millie, no.
Juno said Cattleman's in Oklahoma City has the best lamb fries. That may have been where they were at. But they were eating. Millie, they were eating lamb fries somewhere. Mr. Jim said they probably had those poor monkeys milking camels.
That's funny.
So, if y'all missed, if you haven't been with us for very long, or maybe you just missed that particular live when we talked about it, LaDonna is referring to the time that Zoe was making corn dogs.
Homemade corn dogs.
Love homemade corn dogs. But she decided that she didn't have popsicle sticks or anything, wooden skewers or anything. So she decided to use the sticks that she makes cake pops with. Cake pops are on a plastic stick. So if you can just imagine what happened to Zoe's corn dogs when she dropped the plastic stick into the hot oil.
I wasted a whole bunch of corn dogs.
It said on the news here in Australia that someone forgot to close the gate properly. They were young monkeys that have not yet been tested on. Lorraine, I know you live in Tasmania, but let me go ahead and assure you that if that statement was released by the U.S. government, it is false.
Maybe they ain't. Oh, U.S. correct.
Yeah. Don't believe that at all. I'm positive. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
No.
I just know that they are not to be trusted. And them monkeys was exposed to something, and I think they didn't accidentally get turned loose. But that's just me. There's Neil.
Jill said she melted a plastic fork with a hot pizza last week. Have fun trying to find all the parts. I get that.
Quit.
Kate's
Goober.
headed on.
Katie, quit.
She ain't listening.
The monkeys will be okay. I heard they already harvested their monkey fries.
Oh, goodness.
My aunt and uncle would eat mountain oysters. I just do not choose to. I castrated many little piglets, and I never had any desire to fry any
I
of
never
them.
said, ooh, let's put these in a bucket and take them home.
Wanda said 18 monkeys remain on the loose. They must have caught more than we thought.
Oh, no. It was homemade pizza, too. That's even worse.
Don't put plastic cutlery in the dishwasher. If it's plastic cutlery, it is meant to be thrown away. It is disposable.
Yeah.
All right, what else I missed? What the hell?
Well, weren't y'all happy to see a video that wasn't something bad?
It wasn't bad news. How about that?
I almost made my thumbnail
Which
say...
means nobody's going to watch it.
I almost made my thumbnail say, look, I'm smiling. But I was like, nobody will watch that.
There was no kid in the ER. No animals getting trapped and almost dying. Nothing dramatic happened, which means nobody will watch the video.
Which is why I made a buttermilk pie, because it went so smoothly.
So you had to make sure nobody was going to watch it. I read the article about 43 monkeys escaping, and that they were looking for 40. I guess the other 3 wrote the article. That's very possible, Neil.
Millie, go lay down, baby.
I have to watch yours and Catherine's yet. I'm behind. Lorraine, I understand. I'm behind on everybody. Judy said her brother lives in South Carolina, and he said they had only caught 2. I just hope they don't travel very far.
They're really needing to be petted tonight.
Apparently.
Mackenzie keeps calling them, and they are not going.
Chance is supposed to keep the dogs in the bedroom with him during the live, and it is not happening.
I think I'm just glad Chance and Rhett's being
Yeah, but Millie will turn the table over.
Millie?
She's more clumsy than Red is.
Millie, stop going in circles. Did the walkers come on here?
I haven't seen the walkers.
No. I see somebody say hello to
I need to go. Take care,
of
everyone. Good night. Yeah. Good night, Lori.
I'm sure we are talking about something very entertaining.
Cassie, please don't get her started back. We just now got her off the subject.
Testicles! And gonads. And cooking camel.
Get it out of your system before we get put in YouTube jail.
I said it.
You did not.
I said it where you couldn't hear me.
Oh.
You couldn't hear me with your glasses off.
Debbie says she's going to try to make buttermilk pie.
I hope you do.
Karen
really
thought it was a good video.
Even if you don't like buttermilk, you can't taste the buttermilk. It just gives a really good consistency.
Well, now typically... mine has a little bit more tang than yours did. You do have a little bit more buttermilk flavor in mine, but the recipe that you used was more of a sweet custardy pie.
It's not the first time Zoe's talked testicles on here, somebody said.
No, it's not. It's really not.
She said, I think I need to go take care of something too.
Lori leaves when I get here. Catherine said, Nick, you tried. Yeah. I did try.
So there's a good question that I can answer. What is buttermilk? Is it different than normal milk? And the answer is yes. So if you take heavy cream and you put it in a mixer, and you let it mix, and you let it mix, and it's going to get stiff peaks, and you keep mixing it.
Are you making meringue?
You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead.
You mix it, and it comes to stiff peaks, and you keep mixing it, it begins to break down, and then it turns into butter, and the milk that is left at the bottom is your buttermilk, and you actually take your clump of butter and you squeeze it, and you squeeze it, and you squeeze it, and you get all the milk product out, and that is buttermilk. See? No.
Christy said my receipt calls for a tad of vinegar. I think she meant her recipe. Christy, that would be pretty close because mine uses lemon juice. Lorraine said, I thought that was whey.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But buttermilk is the milk from butter.
Well,
what it is.
Whey is some part of the solids.
So, but you can take whole milk.
Now, I know nothing about making cheese and butter, so don't even try to quote me on
simple.
it. I understand, but what I'm saying is whey has got something to do with the solids on making cheese, don't it?
I have no idea.
But don't quote me on that.
But
it is the whey. If you ferment it or add cultures, it's buttermilk. So you have to add bacterial cultures to it.
Like vinegar?
Oh, I don't know. There was a place where they were testing on Madagascar cockroaches, and at the end of the experiment, they gassed them and froze them, and they threw them in the trash. They shook it all off and escaped.
Buttermilk is tangy, yes. But you can take regular milk and add some vinegar to it to create buttermilk.
So you add vinegar?
Yeah. If you don't have buttermilk
or lemon juice,
yeah, you can mix it and it'll make buttermilk.
Buttermilk from the store is bleh. I tried and couldn't. Well, I don't drink it, but I make lots of good biscuits and cornbread and buttermilk pies out of it.
1 teaspoon of vinegar to a cup of 2% milk, and it will become buttermilk.
Well, there you go. Now you got your answer. Whey is a cheese byproduct. I don't know all that stuff. So buttermilk is like light milk. No.
It's thick. Buttermilk is thick like eggnog.
Well, she's talking about adding vinegar or lemon juice, something. You need something with acid to the milk to make it buttermilk.
Yeah.
But I don't know the process. I don't pretend to know.
Right. Well,
that's how I make my buttermilk, Zoe. I don't like it except in baking.
Yeah,
so Karen makes it the way you do. Or like you said.
It's thick like eggnog, but eggnog is sweet and buttermilk is tangy.
Well, Donna said ruined milk, clumpy.
Yeah. Rotten milk.
It's not necessarily rotten. It's not bad. I mean, you can't just take milk that went bad and use it as buttermilk. No. That doesn't work that way. But it's not sour. Something I want to drink. I know people that drink it, but I don't want to.
I just remember all the old people in my life always had buttermilk and cornbread.
Well, you know how I like to eat my cornbread and milk? There's a lot of people that like to use buttermilk to eat the cornbread. I want the buttermilk in the cornbread, but I don't want to soak it in it.
Yeah. Wanda will drink buttermilk, but not whole milk.
It tastes rotten and looks rotten. Catherine said they used to set it out for a couple of days till sour and clumpy and then make butter in the churn. When we ran out of buttermilk at the hospital, that's the way I made it.
There's not much worse than taking a big drink of milk and it's sour. I know I don't like milk. I don't.
Zoe doesn't drink milk at all.
Mm-mm.
How do you make red milk?
Red milk? What is red milk?
Ask Zoe. Don't ask Zoe. She's going to make something up that's going to be completely absurd. My friend's family drink it all the time when I go to their house. They put a ton of pepper in it and stir it up. And buttermilk. Sounds
disgusting.
It sounds reasonable.
What? No.
My parents ate cornbread and buttermilk. I know that some people do eat theirs.
Milk.
Mine is sweet milk.
To make red milk, you add red coloring, not decorating.
Don't
gel.
use the decorating gel. Use actual red food coloring. She would find a red cow to get red milk.
I love you. It is good with pepper.
Strawberry Nestle's quick.
I mean, it's good with pepper when you make gravy. Buttermilk gravy.
Did you ever text Cassie to tell her what you were talking about in the comments? You don't just confuse people on our live. You confuse other people's live.
No.
You didn't tell her what you was talking about?
Well, I only made one comment.
I know. One comment, you confused the whole thing.
What did I do?
Because you said that I was on one channel and you were on the other, and she had no idea that you were talking about that I was on Walker Farm Fam and you were on Catching Up with the Walkers.
Well,
she never did figure out what you were talking about.
I can't help she couldn't decipher my language.
There's not many people that can. I think there's a handful of them on here that can somehow.
Red milk has strawberry quick in it.
That's right.
It's like finishing off a cow with strawberry milk.
What?
It's going to give you strawberry milk.
Finishing off a cow?
Yeah. The last thing you have was strawberry milk, so it's going to have strawberry milk come out. It's like when you feed it grain, so they finish it out.
So when you milk it, grain comes out?
No.
I know that's not how that works at all.
With strawberry.
Then that would go into the meat, not the tits.
You said tits.
Teats. No, we got to turn this live off.
You are going to get us in trouble.
You can't milk strawberry out of them because you gave them strawberry quicks, though. It's not how that works. You know that's not how that works.
I got to walk the dog.
Catherine said, I speak fluent Zoe.
Yes, she does.
Good gracious.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Zoe, a brown cow makes chocolate milk?
Only a brown and white one.
You're not being serious.
No, that's funny.
Okay.
Because brown and white, you gotta have white.
I'm just hoping that you weren't being serious.
A brown
Slip
cow.
of the tongue. No, I was actually trying to use the right words and keep Zoe from using hers, and I didn't.
I bet they said what kind of cow must make strawberry milk. I bet a Hereford would.
No, Zoe.
It's a red cow. They don't make
You
pink cows.
You know that this is not true. You just being silly.
They don't make pink cows.
You being silly. I spent hours trying to get a cow to jump up and down and make a milkshake.
Tater was making milkshakes yesterday.
That wasn't Tater.
I've been doing it. Cinco. Tater makes milkshakes too. Cause
You
she's
called her Tater several times in the
and
video.
then Rhett did too.
I know it.
We was missing her because we were letting them out.
Y'all kept talking about Tater.
We were missing her because we let them out and she wasn't there to.
Matt corrected you one time.
Yeah.
Because you said Tater and just kept right on talking. Chocolate.
Well, Rhett said it too, and I said, well, he said, we don't have Tater no more.
Chocolate milk is milk that has been scalded to remove bacteria, and they add chocolate to cover up the scalded taste. I wonder if that's why they started making chocolate milk.
Probably.
Reckon?
Say it'd be like somebody taking scraps and turning it into scrap candy or something.
What?
I know what I'm
Scrap
saying.
candy.
I'm just saying, like, they take cake and make a cake, and the pieces they cut off or whatever, they make.
You make cake pops.
Right.
That's what you make cake pops out of. Cake you done tore up.
Instead of getting rid of the scalded milk, they put chocolate so they can keep selling it.
There is no way. There's a donkey dairy in Oklahoma. Would you drink donkey milk? Isn't that was just Cassie milking a donkey? A donkey dairy? Do you think that's true?
We need to move to Oklahoma. There's so many avenues I could go down.
Zoe, they don't want you in Oklahoma.
In Alabama.
They don't want you in Oklahoma.
Nobody would want to be my neighbor.
I wonder if there's really a donkey dairy or if they're just pulling my chain.
I'm sure there is.
I know one person that has milked a donkey, but that's the only person I know of.
Because it's farm life, y'all. You have to. Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Oh, Tanya learned that when she went to a dairy farm.
They use a donkey milk for kids with special needs. That makes sense.
Why has it got to be donkey milk? I'm wondering if there's a specific reason why it's donkey milk.
I don't know. I can't Google it. You'll have to do that.
No, I'm not Googling it. I'm just wondering if they're going to tell me if there's a reason why it's donkey milk. I'm just curious.
I wonder if it's something with their diet.
Well, I wouldn't think a donkey's diet is any different than anybody else's. It would have to be something to do with enzymes, the way they break it down or something. But their diet would be the same as any other livestock.
Never thought of a donkey being anything other than just a donkey.
What was your question?
Donkey dairy, donkey milk.
What about it?
Why they
Wait a minute. Wait. They do that so they can put the price up. Because horses are too hard to milk. I'll stick with almond milk. Catherine's falling asleep. Me too. Good night. I would love to be your neighbor, Zoe. You're a hoot. Zoe's not a hoot. She just likes to act like that. Huh?
Our neighbor loves me.
She does. Mom didn't want me to have chocolate milk at school, so she said they made chocolate milk with sour milk. Okay, there it is. Health benefits. Donkey milk is a natural hypoallergenic milk that can be used as a substitute for cow's milk for infants with a milk protein allergy. It also contains compounds that may help.
Huh.
It's also the closest thing to breast milk.
Max said it's also the closest thing to breast milk. Huh.
Dean's channel is called Random Things I Do. You need to change the channel name to Random Things We Say. I agree. All right, Zoe. We have to get off here before you say anything else.
I gotta go to Walmart.
Yeah, you gotta get blue.
I got red ice and I gotta have blue.
But we've got to get off here before you say anything else. We will try to be back on Wednesday and be G-rated. Zoe.
You're the one talking about.
No. We will be G-rated when we come back on Wednesday.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.